What's up, everybody? So, back with another day of live trading. So, we'll see how it goes today. I'm going to be on until about 11 o'clock, and maybe, well, I don't think I'll have time for the PM session today, but um, we'll see how that goes. All right. Let me drop this link in my chat, and then we'll get right back to it. What's up, everybody? If you guys can hear me, you should be able to hear me. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. If you guys can hear me, put something in the chat. What's up, everybody? Another day of live trading here. Let's see what we get today. It's FOMC week, and all the people that I mentor personally know that I only look to trade Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays of FOMC weeks, and then outside of that, I'm done for the week. So I will not be doing a lot of trading outside of after Wednesday at noon. So cool. Sup Narita, sup Justin. Again, and let me make this a little smaller so y'all can see this. Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. There we go. Okay, cool. So we're pre-market. Obviously, right now I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. Again, if you're one of my students, kind of what's going on here. Ideally, bullish. I want to see the market come up and take out this high. This is going to be my target for the week, just like I outlined on the weekly call. Have a couple levels marked out here. Again, CE of this wick. This is a weekly order block here. This is technically the daily right there. So this is the weekly order block. So if I go to the weekly time frame, weekly order block level right there. Again, just measuring that. And I guess I'll probably note this too, because this is yesterday's low. So I'm just going to make a note of this is going to be Friday's low. Narita, you know what sits at that low, and that's why I have it marked. So again, I'm not going to do anything before the market opens up. I mean, I might not do anything at all today, but I'm definitely not going to do anything before the market opens up. So this call will just be kind of running. Um, I really want to see again what happens at 9:30. I'm bullish on the week, like I said before, based on the weekly calls. So um, I really want to see what happens, but ideally, I would be looking for opportunities for bullishness. Um, Again, these calls are not signal services. They're not, trade advice. They're literally just me documenting for educational purposes my trading journey. So you can see here a couple things. You see how price is really resonating with that CE level. If you go back up to that higher time frame, that is the consequent encroachment level of that previous wick. If I zoom in, see how the market is currently respecting that level. Stuff is algorithmic, man. So this is just playing a big video game. So anyway, so we'll see what happens at the market open. So I'm gonna leave this on, and then I probably will mute my mic and come back on closer to 9:20, 9:30. But ideally, I'm not really looking to take any pre-market trades here. Ideally, I want to see something like this. And from where we're currently at, obviously I'm looking to take it to the high. So that's ideally what I want to see. We don't have a ton of room today, so it's like this is 18,960 to 940. So it's about 80 points from the current low of the day. Well, it's about 70 points from the low of the day to the high of the day. So, I mean, this should be an okay range to deal in. So nothing crazy, though. So we'll just kind of let this go. If something happens before the market open, I don't care. It's not what I look for. Um, again, I tell everybody this, like, when you are a trader, you are a hunter. You're right. So like you are waiting and looking for your setups. And if you don't see exactly what you want to see, then you don't pull the trigger. And that saves you, I mean, honestly, that saves you 90%, not 90%, I'd say a good 70% of like failed setups come from that alone. So like this idea that you have to pull the trigger every day or you have to not. Um, I usually do better as a trader and I make more money when when I trade less. So you're waiting, you're looking for the perfect opportunity to be a sniper, come in, take your shot, boom, get out of the market. So that's just my philosophy. But I think more if you asked any really good trader over time, they're gonna tell you that they trade less and less and less. I look at the charts, man, like 10 times less than I ever did. When I first started trading, I was on these things day and night. I'd have my phone open at all given times of the day. I would go to, I mean, at that time I was in school. I would go to class. It'd be 7 a.m. in the morning. I'd look at the markets and I'd have my phone open. I keep glancing at my phone like throughout the entire day just to see what happens, just to see any movement. And um, over time, you know that if you're what you're looking for, you know what the market does. Everything is kind of cyclical. It tends to do the same things over and over again. So um, when you realize that when it gives you what you want to see from it, then you act, and that's it. Um, I mean, usually once I hit my setups and I'm done for the week, if the setup presents itself, then you know um, I don't look at the charts again until the next time it's time to trade, or if it's a weekly breakdown. So really don't care. Get in, get out. Do what you got to do, and it's like work after a while. Like you clock in, the times you're going to be at work, the times you're going to log off of work, and then you just go about your business. So the more you can kind of detach yourself with this like idea of like needing to be in the markets and like um needing to push the button all the time, it's just gonna make you a better trader. And that comes with experience. It also comes with taking a lot of losses. Um, too. You just kind of get tired of taking losses and you want to stick to your rules after a while. So, um, or maybe you're not hard headed like me, but I lost a lot of money not sticking to my rules, and so I try to stick to my rules um, as much as possible. So that's my like little rant, pre-market rant. So um, about 9:30, I'm gonna leave this on, but I'm gonna probably mute my mic, and then about 9:30, I'm gonna come back and see what we see for the day. Let me mute this. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm back. Um, Thumbs up in the chat or say something if you can hear me. If not, it's all good. So right now, market just opened up. We didn't go as quite as low as I thought we were gonna go. I thought we were gonna take out this low. Um, it's okay. I'm looking at a couple of things. How we play in this range right here. I think we're still gonna take out this low. My bias is again longs, so I'm looking to be a buyer. I don't really see anything as of yet. Again, like I said, ideally I wanted this low to get taken out first, but we didn't quite get that. It's 9/11. Let's see. So right now I'm just kind of measuring my risk to see what's going on. And I don't know. Again, this is that funded account that I'm trading on. All of my trades, I want to be somewhere around a 76. This is not terrible. We're a little early. We usually want to take trades around 9:45, 9:50. It's really the window that I start to look at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not getting what I want to see here, which there's going to be days like this. And this is very early into the open. We're like 5 minutes in. So I'm not like extremely pressed. But there's going to be days where you look for your trade setup and it doesn't quite give you the risk that you want to see, or it doesn't give you the entry that you want to see. But I'm looking heavily at this zone right here. For the market to come back into. And I want to see how it reacts once it hits this zone. Inside of that zone, I want to see something tap the top end of that. Our risk is about $70. Which is nothing. $60, $50. Let's see how this reacts. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. It's a very small trade. It's not really that big. We might stack. It's also very early in my time window, so I might So I really want to see how this respects this level. If we get a blow past this order block, and again, there's a lot of stuff in my charts right now, but what I'm trying to draw attention to is this right here. We fail to respect that, then I can see where we keep going down, and I don't want to really deal with that. I'm also looking at this higher time frame, so a lot of times I juggle to kind of see what what's going on here and see if it's something that I want to worry about. I don't like. There's a couple levels again that I want to see price respect. This order block here is the main one. That's funny. So let's say that it goes down. So the second level again is this entirety of this 5 minute fair value gap. Or I guess it's not a 5 minute. It is. Huh. So I'm up. Like this is gonna be I'm gonna probably stack positions on this, depending on where we're at. This is a very, very small trade. I was supposed to get my trade copier hooked up to this, all of my accounts. So I have like 10 accounts through Apex that I need to get all hooked up. And so this risk is like $150 on this particular account. But when I finally get all these things hooked up, it should be about $1,000 risk altogether. So it would have been like, I guess, like $1,500 worth of risk. So whenever this gets hooked up, it'll be times 10. So unfortunately for today, it's not going to be times 10. So this is what it is. It's going to be a very, very small trade. Not even a big deal. And honestly, I might scratch this. See, 15 minutes. One of the things that I do is I juggle time frames to see what's going on in the higher time frames to see if things are lining up with what I want to see them do on the smaller time frames. So again, this is all consolidation, but ideally I'd love for this to like kind of take off. What am I up 6 points? It's going to be interesting today because we have FOMC on Friday, so there's going to be a lot of news that happens between Wednesday and the end of the week. So I wouldn't entirely be surprised if the market just consolidated today. Um, 15 minute. Yeah, I don't really want to see this trade above this fair value gap here. So if we close above that, that's going to be a really good sign. But the failure to break through the top end of this gap is kind of it's early, but it's still a little alarming. It's going to be a very small trade. So I'm saying that over and over again to kind of taper my expectations on that. A lot of times when I trade, or I guess a lot of people when they trade, they they get so caught up in this idea of trying to make a huge amount of money in a trade, and you got to focus on what's in front of you on the screen, and if price is delivering what you needed to deliver in that moment. So I don't like this at all. 5 minute, this is probably We'll see. It's respecting that inverted fair value gap. We'll see. We respected that consequent encroachment. If I go to a higher time frame, you'll see we respected consequent encroachment pretty much on the dot. Might cut this early. Depending on what we get here. This is your 5-minute order block here. Yeah, I don't like this. I think we're probably going to take out this low. So I might cut this a little short. We'll see. Every trade I take has a defined exit and a defined target. So like I don't, do the wrong thing or risk too much money or not take the loss when you need to take the loss. A lot of times if you don't put that stop loss in place, what happens is you mentally have a mental stop. And so let's say the stop loss, this is a stop loss right here. This is my stop. But a lot of times what traders do is they put a mental stop there, and they'll mentally say like, oh, if it hits this level, then I'll get out myself. And inevitably what happens is it hits that level and you never cut yourself out. You always kind of play with it a little bit more to see if you can get that, if it'll turn back around on you. And then sometimes it does. A lot of times it just continues to shoot, all the way down like that. So I always put that stop loss there when I trade because I just need I need the clarity that getting your stop loss hits, and that's okay. Again, to me, it's like I welcome. I don't know. For me, I'm weird. Like I don't mind when my stop loss gets hit at all because it just gives me a little bit of clarity and it gives me the ability to just take a step back, kind of divorce myself from the idea that I had, and then see if what I'm thinking is still right. So this might be one of those situations where the stop gets hit. Yeah, I think we'll probably come back down and take this out, to be honest. This is consequent encroachment. Again, notice how, sorry, I'm in full teaching mode now. So notice how consequent encroachment is prices dancing around this level. And so all this is that consequent encroachment of the daily wick of yesterday's wick, right? So this long wick, this is that consequent encroachment of that level. So you notice how, again, this is one of the reasons that I note this on the chart every single time, because price tends to react around those levels. And so if you see price respect those levels, then it tends to tell you that that the market is maybe going up. And so right now, I think we're going to run to my stop, to be completely honest with you, but we'll see. 5-minute. Still respecting that order block that's right there, that 5-minute order block. Again, consequent encroachment. This is consequent encroachment right there. So there's an order block, there's consequent encroachment. So it's kind of the toss up. I don't like. If I had to guess, I think I'll probably get my stop hit, but we'll see. 4 hour. You'll see. I think I'm probably gonna get my stop hit, to be honest with you. But we will see. These FOMC weeks are tricky, man. They're tricky. Talk to you. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. It is really dancing around consequent approach, which is kind of a good sign. But I love when I say that, and then Price just hits that. Yeah, this is probably going to be a stop out, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I think if I had to guess, I think we'll probably come back out here and take out this low and then look to go higher. But I think I got a little happy because I saw that go up, and that happens. But if it does, takes off and goes there, it's awesome. But if it doesn't, I'll reevaluate if it takes out this low to see if the setup is still valid. Another way to good like taper your emotions when you're trading. I know a lot of times people are like, yo, like my emotions are like all over the place, and like uh one good way to kind of manage that is just the idea of like not over trading and not over leveraging, right? So we know that this is one of those funded accounts that I had that this is one of those funded accounts that I had that I made 7 grand on in 2 trades. So I basically have a $7,000 window on these 2 accounts, 3,000 on one, and I guess now I'm like 3,600 on the other, right? So just under 7 grand. And look at my risk. Even if I lose this trade, it's $100, right? I'm not going to die off of this trade. And I think one of the things that traders do too much is that they put too much emphasis on one individual trade versus like letting their strategy play out over a multitude of trades. And so I try not to think of my like win rate over like 1 trade or 2 trades. I like to look at it over 10 trades. It's like over 10 trades, I want to be close to that 60 or 70% that I usually shoot for. And sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm not, but I live to trade another day, right? So I think that's another big thing. And so when you think about it, a lot of times people are like looking at their accounts and they're like, oh man, how am I going to take this $50,000 account to $100,000? Well, you shouldn't be trying to make $100,000 or $50,000 on that one account. You should be trying to get as much capital as possible uh, so you can live to trade another day. Yeah, this is going to get my stop hit, to be honest. Still dancing around consequent encroachment, so I'm really interested to see what happens here. Like, it's still reacting off of that level. So, I don't know. But either way, moving the stop loss and um, not moving the stop loss, adjusting the amount of risk that you're taking in the trade is it's a huge important thing to do, because if you don't um, and you don't make that amount of money manageable, like if I was, I don't know, if I had risked like 20 contracts on this instead of two, right, I would have been down, I don't know, maybe like $500, $600, $700, $800, or maybe more, maybe $1,000, right? If I'd risked 20, I'd have been down, yeah, about $1,000 in this trade. I would have been freaking out a little bit, because that would have been a huge chunk of my profit if I lost, right? So um, and then with that freak out comes you making bad decisions, like moving your stop loss, doubling down, trying to get out early. There's been plenty of times where people get out of these trades and like, oh, then it turns around right at that moment, they get out. Well, that's the market basically saying, like, look, I got you. So you have your stop loss, you have your target. Once it's set, try not to move it. So personally, like I said, I think my stop will probably get hit, but that's just me. Maybe not. Maybe if we take out this high, then we'll get there, but we'll see. We're about to enter 10 o'clock. This is kind of like the huge window. My main window of trading is from 10 to 11. Sometimes the trade comes a little earlier. So between 10 and 11, we're going to want to see something that really gives us a signature in price that really makes us like kind of get a better perspective of the overall direction for the day. Something like this. Go back up to these time frames. Yeah, something like this. That's what I want to see. So we got about 3 minutes left on this hour. Again, I'm really looking at to see where we close at. See, it looked really good, but then it's not, right? So, I don't know. I don't see anything here. So we'll see. Whoops. Do, 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 do. See, yeah, something like this is gonna let me know where we're gonna go. I think I'm still leaning more towards my stop loss getting hit on this trade. But at the same time, we're still consolidating around that consequent encroachment. I think another thing too that helps is, yeah, stop. I think the stop's getting hit. But another thing that I think helps is I don't really care about. I know that my system wins over time, right? So I don't really care about, again, any individual trade. I think the main things that I'm trying to do when I trade is I'm trying to follow my system to the key, to the T. So um, and make sure that if I do what I'm supposed to do. So if my system gives me all the things, all the checklist of things that I need to see to enter, I enter on that position, and then I take that, and I'm cool. And if not, then I don't. Then I don't care. Um, I would say that the fact that the market is having a hard time breaking through this consequent encroachment level is a good sign. Um, Again, this line here, I mean, it doesn't mean anything on the 1 minute, but it is the daily consequent encroachment. I'm sorry, it's the weekly consequent encroachment of last week. Is that what I'm reading right? Or is it the daily? I think I labeled that wrong. Yeah, it's the daily. That's what I meant to say. So this is a very key level. Right. So so that's why the market is having such a reaction. It's one of those levels that I drew out way ahead of time. But the idea that the market can't break through this is a very good sign for bullishness, right? Insert pictures, icons, screenshots from the file. Not every trade you take is going to be like this home run trade. Some of these trades are going to be, just they're going to be like base hits. Like they're going to get you to the next level, or they're going to, they're going to just get you from like the next stop to the next stop, but they're not gonna exponentially grow your account. I think, again, if traders stop thinking like I'm gonna make $10 million in one day, right? Like because I saw it on Instagram, because I saw your favorite Instagram trader make 100,000 in a day, and start thinking base hits, then over time you can grow your account to something big. But the idea that the idea that you've been trading for less than a year and you're going to flip your account from $50 into $10,000, it's like, dude, like, be real. Do, 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 do. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really like this trade at all. But we'll see what happens in this 10 o'clock hour. Yeah, we'll see. Talk to you. a lot of consolidation. Again, we really failed to break through this CE level, which is a good sign. This is town 9. Let me look at this on another chart. Yeah, it's a good sign. So we'll see how this ends. Say 5-minute. Everybody got. Trade back. See how this reacts. I was going to stack another entry on, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my stop up because I like this price swing that we're getting. And I'm going to add one more position if we come back to this range right here. It's 10-11. One more. Again, it looks like I'm not risking anything because I'm trading in preparation of having all these accounts hooked up. So whatever you see risked here, it will be times 10 once all these things are hooked up. I just haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. But to kind of mentally get myself there, and kind of get used to the number that I'm seeing. Let me see what's going on here. Oof. I feel like I need some like music in the background. So like dull. You know what I mean? Tara G says, "Good day from Antigua." You know what? I have no idea where Antigua is. I feel like it's one of those countries I should know, but I don't know where it's at. where is Antigua? Is the 5 minute order lock, or is this a 15 minute? Yeah, I just don't like how we've had 3 attempts to break through this and we're not getting it. So I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna tank. I can see the trendline liquidity being built up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one position off. I'm gonna take one off. So I set bought, so I need to sell. I don't like this. And I don't like how this is just overall consolidation. So my guess is that we're probably going to tank. Take this out. So if we don't, again, cool. This consolidation is like, it's kind of annoying though. So it just kind of lets me know that we might do one more run down before we go up. Shadow. There are going to be days too where you're just in so much consolidation that it's like, what's going on? And you just don't really have any motion. And this kind of looks like one of those days. I have no idea what this. Yeah, I'm probably going to scratch out of this, to be honest with you. There's nothing really going on. It's been an hour almost. Usually when that happens, it means they're probably going to dump it low one more time for liquidity. So but I'm down to be wrong as well. I'm going to move the stop up. kind of getting bored with this. I just don't like how we haven't really moved at all in the last hour. We're also like really failing to break above this fair value gap. So let's see what happens. Let me get these comments. If you guys have questions at all, let me know. Just drop them in the chat. Tara G says you should visit Antigua. Yeah, you know what? I might have to, man. If it's in the Caribbean, I might have to check it out one of these times. So this is $80. My initial target is there. It's the high of the day previously. Again, I'm like the big exercise for today and really this week is like mentally preparing myself to, again, have all of these accounts hooked up instead of just a couple of them. So 10 accounts times, whatever I'm making currently on one of these accounts, this would be about a $700 day. But I just have to if you guys can't tell by now, I'm big into the psychology aspect of trading. So I have to mentally get used to just seeing a smaller number right here. And I'm cool with that. But also knowing that this number will be, whatever I see here will be times 10. Hopefully next week. So it's a winner though. So far, it's a winning trade. So I'm gonna add one more. I'm gonna stack one more position on, I think. Because we retap this on a higher time frame, that would be a retouch of that. So to my students, this is looking like a high. Target would be the high of the day. We're also see how as soon as we took out the high of the day, our price snaps back. Let's see what's going on here. See if I'm trying to hold for longer. I'll probably close. I could see us trading back into this range here, going higher. If you're one of my students, you know that that's where you would exit the trade. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of this trade, so I might get out of here too. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this would have been a $2,000 day. It's kind of how I'm approaching it. I will move these stops up a little bit. It's like just under break even. So now my risk is virtually nothing. There's just a huge imbalance right here that I want to see accounted for. Five minute. Let's see how it taps up against this. It's also a new candle. We are at 10:30, so we should be halfway into whatever the trend is for the day. Let's see how this candle closes. I'm gonna go ahead and add one more trade onto this. It's just gonna be a long swing trade. know what? My bad. Technical difficulty there for a second. So let me go ahead and refresh this. Now, for people who are not my students, well, let me see if you guys can still hear me. Sorry, it's taking a long time, but or taking a I had some technical difficulties, so I apologize about that. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and click out of this. We hit our target, which was the high of the day. So this, and I wanted to see if we can get a little bit more, but it looks like we're might trade off of this. So usually during these FOMC weeks, I try not to like push my luck. But again, with the parameters that I guess I'm preparing myself for mentally, this would have been $1,000 day had everything been hooked up and connected. So I'm cool with that. Let's see, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's see what this 30-minute hitting for. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm about to close this out. Black boy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably call this a day. Just like price had a hard time breaking below CE right here to kind of let us know that it's on the right track. If it has a hard time really breaking above the high of the day and taking that out, it's kind of a sign that we could be just trading back into the range. So this would be a $2,000 day now that if all accounts are hooked up. So again, next time you guys see me, I will have all these. I think it's like 12, 10 or 11 of these accounts. So all these are, past challenges that I've taken in the past, and I just need to get them set up. But hopefully with the goal of lessening the amount of risk on all the accounts. So let me hop back to this one. 3K day. I'm not gonna lie to you. This week I totally forgot that it was gonna be a FOMC week, so I was gonna trade Monday. So I honestly didn't even think I was gonna trade until Tuesday, and I planned on getting all these accounts set up. And the reason I keep harping on this because I'm kind of mad that I don't have everything good to go for today. Because I just lost out on about $2,500. I'm sorry. By the time this trade probably hits where I think it's going to hit, I probably would have lost out on about $4,000 today. That's why you always are prepared. You know what I mean? But what can you do? What can you do? All right. Go in for M. This would have been the $4,000 day. I'm gonna stop saying what it should have been and just focus on what it is for today. So all right. It's $500, $5,000 day. Where did I get in? The low was down here. Initial trade was down here. 995. So it's like 60. I mean, it's not a terrible day. Even on just one account, it's $500. So it's not a terrible day. Now what I want to do is make sure I doubt we will take this higher than that. So $600. Again, I'm gonna stop saying $6,000 day, but just so y'all know, this would have been a $6,000 day. So. But I think if we get 1,000 out of this, I'll be cool. Somewhere between 700 and 1,000, I think I'll be cool. I am looking at this balance there. See how this reacts at this level. There's a huge open imbalance here that I want to see the market trade into. Here, we're doing that now. So I'll be looking to see how we react at this level. And then the 93 level will be kind of the one that I'm most interested in. We can go M for M. Dash. I think we'll dive in this right there. I think we'll take one more stab into that. Day 67. Did we dive in here? Shoot. If for anybody that's a student of mine, like an actual student, like I just want you guys to watch how I'm scaling into the positions. So I'm sure I know Hugo, I see you on here. I don't know if anybody else is on here, but um, watch how I'm scaling into positions for this. And how I basically started with 2 contracts, and I've been able to kind of add to this as the run has went on. Um, I am going to probably this is the overall target for the week. I don't know if we'll get there all today. I'm really watching closely to see how we react in this imbalance because I don't know. Ideally, I want to see this used as an inverted fair value gap to go higher, but I also want to continue to like, I know that this also could be an area where we could turn around and chop. So I'm really just watching that. So $700 day again. This would have been a $7,000 day. Guess I'm not done saying that. I add one more contract to this. It's 9. I meant to add it right there. We'll see. I want to see how this reacts around consequent encroachment. It's going to be a really big level to see what happens. So goes 10. This needs to be moved well into profit. Yeah. Post of the I'm probably gonna close this out. Oh man. Sorry, I'm like knocking workout and doing this at the same time. So Sheila said I'm here too. I'm sorry, I'm looking at these comments. So if you guys are just tuning in or if you're just logging in, this is kind of like where I'm at right now. So I just want to see how we're gonna react to this consequent encroachment of this. And so we've already kind of hit our target. Our target for the day was buy side liquidity. So I'm kind of just in here scaling up pretty much until we get a clean break of structure that's going to cause us to want to get out of this trade. So this is what happens when the targets are hit. So my stop is actually above the target. I entered way down here and I'm just scaling up. So the weekly target is up here. I mean, it's like 80 points away. I don't know if we'll hit that, but I'm really just watching to see how we react at this level. So I'm actually gonna have to log off in a second, but I will update you guys in the chat and see how we do. But again, if we really kind of hesitate to break through here and we start wicking off of this, it's probably gonna be my sign that I'm gonna probably exit the trade. $700 day. It's not, it's not a bad day. So So yeah, I'm gonna pull me off camera, but I think I'll still leave this running if I'm able. But if not, then you guys can kind of see me manage this and kind of see me go. This is kind of like the key level right here to see how we do and if we can really break above this. And if we do, then I'm looking to go towards the top end of this gap up here. So could be like I don't know, maybe like a $1,200 day or something. So either way, again, I will say the last time that this would have been a $10,000 day. Or I'm sorry, 8,000, almost $9,000 day if I had all my accounts hooked up. So that's what it is. Probably that honestly would have ended up being my biggest day this year. So remember, patience is key. I ended up taking, last time we met, I ended up taking a loss, right? So it's not about the individual trade, it's about the series of trades. Think 10 trades. Moving these stops way up. And yeah, so I'm gonna log off. You guys see $1,000 day. Just waiting on that to hit $1,000. And then I will click it and cut out. But logging off, guys. Hope you guys have a good day and peace.